Hello and welcome. My name is Teresa and I'm happy to guide you through your yoga practice today. A couple things before we get started. First, if you do this class, you are agreeing to the liability waiver. You can find that on my website. There's a link below in the class description on this YouTube page. Two, this is a yoga class, but it is a little more workout driven. So you'll find there's some exercises thrown in there, but it still has a meditative focus. If that sounds like something you'd like to do, awesome. If not, you'll find there's some all level flows and some more traditional things on my website as well. Last but not least, I really do like to move to music. I will be listening to the playlist for today on this headset, and I'll pause and start us all on this music together so we can all be on the same beat and on the same page. I would recommend that you do the yoga class with the music if you have the ability to do so, but obviously you don't have to. If you would like to, there are instructions on how to access that playlist, again in the class description below. All right, let's get started. I wanted to talk today about fear. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a prince named Arjuna and his faithful charioteer named Krishna, and the two have a conversation on their way into battle. And it's a battle that Prince Arjuna does not want to fight because it pits family against family and friends against friends. And while he's discussing this battle, he talks about the physical and mental feeling of fear in his body. He says, "O Krishna, seeing these, my own people, standing before me eager to fight, my limbs fail, my mouth is parched, trembling lays hold upon my body, and my hair is caused to bristle with alarm. My bow slips from my hand, and also my skin is completely afire. I am not able to stand, and my mind seems too real." I would imagine that we have felt these physical and mental manifestations of fear in our own lives over the last few months. Whether that be health for ourselves or for others, finances for ourselves or others, and most recently, a battle that seems to pit neighbor against neighbor and friend against friend. It is a scary and hard time to be alive. However, fear is not necessarily always a bad thing. Fear tells us when there is something that needs to be fixed, when there's something that needs to be addressed, when there is something that we have to work through. And in that way, fear can really strengthen us. But fear, and too much of it, can also hold us back. It can cause reactions in the way that we treat other people that are not necessarily healthy. So today, I'd like to work through fear, to hold up something that we are afraid of. As we covered before, there's a lot of options of things you could be afraid of right now. But to hold one of them up in your mind's eye today, and to dedicate today's practice to thinking about how can your fear strengthen you today instead of weaken you. All right, we'll begin in Savasana. Lay down on your back. Feel your hips, your shoulders, your back sinking into the mat. Maybe your gaze softens. Maybe your eyes actually close. Let's dedicate the first few seconds of our practice to just grounding down in breath and arriving in this space. I have my playlist all loaded. So in 3, 2, 1, press. We'll begin. Feel yourself in Savasana. Relax. Rather than sinking into the earth, can you feel yourself lifted up by the earth? As you breathe, Can you feel that fear, that tension that you brought into your class today begin to leave your body with every exhalation? Inhale, feel that tension in your chest. And then as you exhale, let it go. One more breath to arrive. One more time, exhale. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, keep the back of your palms on the mat and just use your core to bring your knees into your chest. Then take your hands, place them on your shins, and begin to rock and roll horizontally. Inhale, fill up with breath and cactus the arms to the side. Exhale, turn your knees over to the left. Keep your left shoulder planted down on the mat. Drift your gaze is up at the ceiling or over the right shoulder, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, push your arms into the mat, but do not use your arms to lift your knees up. Instead, use your core to lift your knees up, and then isolate that pressure into your core and switch your knees over to the right side. Good. Inhale, exhale. If this is too deep of a hip opening this early in class, you can always take that left knee and bring it up towards the ceiling. It will help relieve a little bit of that pressure. Inhale, exhale back to center. So let's think supine tabletop pose. So I have 3 90-degree angles in my legs, one at my hips, one at my knees, and one at my ankles. Push your knees so that they are parallel, and you can begin to start feeling your core engage. Take your left hand, place it behind your head, and grow your right arm out. Inhale, and fill up with breath as you take your left leg, bring it out in front of you, stretch, find distance from your fingertips to your toes. Inhale, exhale, your knee and elbow meets for supine spinal balance. Inhale out, exhale, recruit from the core, elbow and knee meet. Inhale out, exhale, elbow and knee meet. You stay here or you pulse your call. What I care about is that you're feeling your core really do the work here. Keep that right knee away from the chest. If it starts to come in, push it away. You'll automatically feel your right oblique fire up. Good. Inhale, right arm comes up, left leg goes back, and then switch sides. Right hand behind head, left hand behind, reaches out, and right leg all the way back. Stretch, find distance from your fingertips to your toes. Inhale, exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale out, exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale out, exhale, elbow and knee meet. You stay here or you pulse, pulse, exhale, exhale. Are you pulling not from the neck, but instead from the core? We have 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Good. Spinal balance, right leg comes back out. Good. Exhale, bring both knees in and start to rock and roll vertically the length of your mat. 2 more rolls. And on your 3rd roll, find yourself in tiny ball pose. Inhale, and then exhale, find a tabletop pose. Inhale, fill up with breath, and then exhale, pull the belly in. Now we do spinal balance, but in tabletop. Feel the difference in the body. Inhale, right arm comes out, left leg comes back. Active in the foot, point those left toes towards the mat. Find distance, fingertips to toes. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Cat-like in the spine. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale out. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. You stay here or you pulse, pulse, exhale, exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, everything back out. Exhale, right hand comes down to mat. Left knee comes down to mat. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left hand comes out. Right leg comes back. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, up. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Stay, pulse or hold. Exhale on the effort for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, find your tabletop pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, and hold. Really find a deep cat pose here. Chin in towards your chest. Poof up, stretch out the mid-back. Inhale, back to tabletop. And exhale, curl your toes underneath. Push your toes into the mat. Hover your knees 2 inches off the mat. Step back into plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, stretch out the back of the legs. Maybe you pedal out the ankles, the heels. Micro bend in your knees. Allow the stability from this pose to come from your muscles, not through locking out the joints. Can you work to find a little bit more of that inverted V position with your body? Inhale, and then exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, step joint upon joint. Good. Find yourself in Tadasana. Bring your hands up, all the way up. Stretch up. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, flutter your eyes closed. Samasthiti. Drive your thumbs into your breastbone. And you take your thumbs, press them into your third eye center. What is a thing that you are a little bit afraid of or a lot afraid of? Can you hold that in your mind's eye today? How can that fear strengthen you? How can that fear bring you wisdom and bring you awareness, make you a little stronger than you were before? Inhale, rise up to Tadasana, and then find a steeple grip in the fingertips. So you're releasing the index fingers, inhale, and then exhale, standing half moon. Lean over to the right, push through that left heel. That will bring you stability. Find a stretch and a sit-up feeling in that left oblique, and then inhale back up. Exhale over to the left side. Now stamp that right foot down. Allow that stability to open up through the right side body. Just your gaze is up towards the ceiling. Inhale up, and then exhale, release your steeple grip and find yourself in chair pose. Those of you who come to my studio classes, you know I love chair in my Sun A. So feel it now. Start to think strength here. Take your weight, bring it into your heels. Take the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. Bring your chin just a little bit more towards your chest. Inhale, reach up with the fingertips. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Gaze down at your knees. Is your right knee popping back? It likes to. Try to bring an equivalent bend and make sure they're in roughly the same place. Inhale, back to chair. And then exhale, twist over to the left side now. Feel this crunch. Feel the pressure in your thighs, and then inhale, sweet release into Tadasana. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, hands come through, heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into plank pose. Now, we're going to really need really solid chaturangas today. You'll see why later. So inhale, fill up with breath, and then exhale slowly. You are strong enough. Yes, you can. Come down to mid plank. So Draw your elbows so much into your sides. Hold, hold, hold. You should feel your elbows on your side body. Exhale, and then inhale. Come to the tops of your toes. Push so much into your toes that your thighs rise off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, pull through the core, not the shoulders, downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Breath to movement with the chaturanga. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, mid plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's link breath to movement. Inhale, look to hands. Exhale, feet meet hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, standing half moon to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, standing half moon to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, sit low chair. Inhale, stretch through the fingertips, and then exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, stand up, rise up, Tadasana, and exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, Tadasana, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, your Chaturanga Dandasana. If you want a little bit more of a workout, you can move fast through these and hit 2, or link breath to movement and keep it slow and meditative. One more time through our Sunny. Inhale, look to hands. Exhale, feet meet hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, bend over to the right. Inhale up, steeple grip. Exhale to the left side. Inhale up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, stretch the fingertips, and then exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, chair. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana, and exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your Chaturanga, remember you can always skip these and just do plank to down dog. You can Chaturanga on your knees, whatever feels great. It is your yoga, not mine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, roll forward into plank pose, and then exhale, come down to forearm plank. Hold, breathe. Pike your hips in just a little bit. From here, I want you to think strength. I'll put you here a couple times throughout class today. I don't want you to fear how long I'm going to hold you in the pose. Instead, think of it as an opportunity to be stronger than you were. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come back up into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg rises. And then exhale, right knee comes into right elbow. Think height in that knee. You stay here or you pulse, pulse for 2, 3, 4. Inhale, come into 3-legged plank. Good. Really recruit from that right glute, active in the right toes. And then exhale, bring that left knee in, pulse, pulse, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-legged plank. Your right foot hovers off the mat. Keep the cat out of the spine. Instead, a flat spine. And then exhale, draw that right knee into the left elbow for 4, 3, 2, 1. The pulsing is always optional. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, swing the foot through. Find a low crescent lunge. Inhale, and then exhale, step forward into pyramid pose. So pyramid sucks for me. Every single time I get into pyramid pose, I think about how much it hurts. Maybe you have a block to ease some of that. Maybe you can think about fear, about pain as being an opportunity to strengthen and grow. Every time I stretch out my hamstrings, I think I'm doing this because I need to do it, because it will make my body better. Can you find that space here? Bring that right hip crease back. I know the left wants to sneak open. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, remove your block if you have been using one, and then find your way into low crescent. Inhale, reach up into high crescent lunge. Good. Reach up with the hands, and then take your right hip crease, draw it back. Immediately, you'll feel a deeper opening in that left hip crease. Good. That's the way it should be. Lift up, come up a little bit more onto the back left toes, and then sink a little bit more into your lunge. Inhale, and then exhale, step into chair pose. Draw your belly in, zip up through the core, bring your weight into the heels, lift up. If this is hard on your shoulders, you can always give yourself a hug instead. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale, Eka Pada Tadasana. Your right leg rises. Recruit from the core, not from the hip. Inhale, and then exhale. Come back slow with control, like you're moving through molasses, and land that right foot back into crescent lunge airplane arms. Bring your pinkies up, in, up, in. Feel the back of your arms ignite. Good. Release out the tension from the back of the neck, and then inhale a 45-degree crescent lunge. What does that mean? This is high crescent. This is low crescent. Think in the middle, 45 degrees. So we're working on diagonal lines a lot in class today. So think of your heel has a straight line all the way through your fingertips. Good, 45-degree crescent lunge. Immediately your left glute is burning. That's okay, that's good. Sit with it, let it be. Inhale, fill up with breath, and then exhale, full airplane. So if it's a little early for full airplane for you, you can always kickstand this back toe, or, find your full airplane. Good. Chest comes forward and up. Don't lean down. We don't want our airplanes tipping towards the earth. We want to fly. Good. Pulse through the glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Find star pose. We're going to find a different variety of star. This is called house pose. So I have that same steeple grip that I had in my Sun A, and I bring my index fingers towards the ceiling. Inhale. Feel a stretch through the shoulder blades, and then exhale, sit into fierce goddess. So this is horse, this is fierce goddess. Stretch, feel the webbing between each finger, stretch out. Inhale, and then exhale, temple pose to the back of your mat. So take your right forearm, place it on your right thigh, and stretch out with that top left hand. Inhale, exhale, touch your left elbow to your left thigh. Let's do that one more time. We'll only do this once when we flow, but as you inhale, pull through the left oblique to feel it. Good, it should feel like core work. Inhale, back to our fierce angel. Inhale, exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Stretch out. Exhale, right elbow to right thigh. Inhale, stretch out, and then exhale, pull through the right oblique. Good. Exhale out your air. Find your way back into fierce angel. Squat, squat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to star. Exhale, warrior 2. Arrive in your warrior 2. Steer that left knee towards the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Tick-tock your hands. Good. 2, 3, and 9. Inhale, flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Feel the difference in your forearms. And exhale, reach forward. Tick-tock your hands now to 6 and 12. So since we're working on diagonal lines, you can stay here, or you can reach your hands up and forward and find a diagonal space. This can be crabby on some people's shoulders though. If you don't want to do that, keep your hands at 6 and 12. Good. Exhale. Inhale, stretch back. Find reverse warrior. 3 options today. You can bind or half bind with your right hand behind your back, or since we're working on steeple grip, You can find a steeple grip reverse warrior. That extra weight you will feel in that that left shoulder. Feel it stretch, inhale, and then exhale, cartwheel your arms on down. Toe heel your knee out for runner's lunge. Inhale. Now as we exhale, find a chaturanga arm. Feel the connection between your inner knee and the top of your shoulder. Let's try that again. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga arms. Press into your shoulder, have your shoulder press into your knee. So important for what we're doing later. Inhale, and then take your left leg back. Exhale. Inhale, ekapada chaturanga or regular, your call, your chaturanga. Skip it, go into down dog, whatever you want. Second side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee comes into left elbow. Stay, pause or pulse. Pulse your call. Exhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, three-legged plank. Hover those left toes off the mat. Inhale, exhale. Left knee comes into mat. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Three-legged plank. Exhale, left knee to right elbow and pulse, pulse. Exhale, exhale. 2 and 1. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, come all the way through. Inhale, fill up with breath. Exhale, step forward into pyramid on the opposite side. Maybe you want your block, maybe not. Your call. Either way, take that left hip crease and bring it back, forcing that right hip forward, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. 2 breaths dedicated to this opening. Sometimes growth, sometimes pain is uncomfortable. That is okay. It makes you better. It makes you stronger as long as you don't let it weaken you. Good. Step back. Exhale out your air, and then inhale, rise up into your crescent lunge. Take that left hip crease, bring it back, bring that right hip forward, and feel that stretch in front of the right hip. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, step to chair. Good. From here, ignite through the glutes, pull that lower core in, exhale out your air, and then inhale, ekapada tadasana. Recruit from the core, not from the hip. Elevate that left knee, and then exhale, step back. Good. From here, try to control that landing and find crescent lunge, airplane arms. Push your weight into that right heel. Exhale out your air, and then inhale. Find your catty corner crescent. Your diagonal line. Straight line all the way from that heel out your fingertips. It's okay for your right glute to be barking. Let it be strengthening. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale. Find your airplane. From here, you either kickstand the back leg or the back left toes, or you pulse, pulse. If you're pulsing, really recruit through those left glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend through the right knee, lift up, find star pose, and then go to house variety. Release those index fingers towards the sky. Exhale, come down into your fierce angel pose. Stretch through the fingertips. Feel a sensation in that webbing of your fingers that you don't normally feel. Expand. Draw your weight into your heels and then into the knife edge of your feet to ignite your glutes. Good. From here, we find our temple pose towards the back of the room. Inhale. Exhale. Find your fierce angel. Just one time this time. Stretch towards the front. Pull through the left oblique, fierce angel. Good. Now, we pulse. If you would like, you can always pulse up onto your toes. Find where you are for 8, 7, 6, 5, And one inhale, reach up into star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your palms up. And then exhale, extend out, out, out. Tick-tock your hands to 6 and 12, or if you wanted to try on that more diagonal version, maybe you take that top hand and think of heel to fingertips as one straight line. Exhale out all of your air, and then inhale, reverse your warrior. So you want to half bind, or you want to take the variety with the steeple grip and deepen that weight in the top of your body so you can open up through the right oblique a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel down, toe heel your leg out. Now inhale, fill up with breath. Exhale, chaturanga, push, or chaturanga arms, push the inside part of your knee into your shoulder. Inhale, back up. Exhale, chaturanga arms, push knee into shoulder, good. Now, we inhale, draw that right foot back, your own chaturanga. From here, we will flow. So, just concentrate instead of thinking about it looking exactly the same. I've made a couple changes. So just listen to what I say. It will be good. You are strong enough. Tell yourself you can. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, right knee into chest. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, right knee into left elbow. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, come all the way through low crescent. Inhale, reach up, high crescent. Exhale, step into chair pose. Inhale, Ekapada Tadasana. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms, move with control. Inhale, catty corner or diagonal crescent. And then exhale, fly. Inhale into your house pose, steeple grip. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale, temple to the back. Exhale, pull through the oblique. Good, fierce angel. Inhale, temple to the front. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your palms. Exhale, extended side angle, maybe with that diagonal line. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down, regular chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, draw the left knee into chest. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee into right elbow. Good. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, come all the way through low crescent. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, step to chair. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, come through crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, diagonal crescent. Exhale, fly. Inhale into your house pose. Exhale, sit fierce angel. Inhale, temple to the back. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale, temple to the front. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, mid plank. You didn't think you're going to get a firm plank here. Can you use this moment to strengthen? Don't worry about how long I'm keeping you here. It's not long. Just think, I can be stronger than my fear. One more breath in. One more deep exhale. Come up into your plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee into your elbow. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, right knee into chest. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, left or right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, come all the way through. Inhale, lift up, high crescent. Exhale, step to chair. Inhale, right leg rises, Ekapada Tadasana. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, find your diagonal crescent. Exhale, fly. Good. With control, inhale, rise up into your house pose. Exhale, sit low into your temple. Inhale, temple to the back. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale, temple to the front. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, extended. Good. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, draw that left leg back. Exhale, left knee comes into chest. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, come all the way through. Inhale to high crescent. Exhale, step to chair. Inhale, Ekapada. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, diagonal crescent. Exhale, fly. Inhale to house pose. Exhale, sit low. Temple to the back, inhale. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale, temple to the front. Exhale. Inhale to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Couple breaths just to regroup here. Good. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. A little bit of a peak pose flow here. Don't worry, it's relatively quick. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, draw your knee into chest. Inhale, come straight up into high crescent. Exhale, step to chair. Inhale, Ekapada. Exhale, sit low, figure four. We'll stretch this out later. Instead, just let this be a transition. Take your right toes, make them active to protect the right knee. Inhale, exhale. Then inhale, lift up, and exhale, step back into your airplane crescent. Inhale, 45-degree angle. Exhale, full airplane. Pause, hold. From here, can you find warrior three? So for warrior three, my hands come forward so you can see a little bit better. Good. If this feels good to you, maybe you can even find that steeple grip here. Extend out the right toes and out the fingertips. Now, can you keep this steeple grip as you inhale? Come into your house pose with that steeple grip. Exhale, sit low. Find that fierce angel. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to the back of the mat. Exhale, come back down. Inhale to the front. Exhale, down. Inhale to star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, extended side angle. You have options here. If you would like, you can take a half bind by taking that right hand and finding your left hip crease. Maybe you stay here, stretching out this right shoulder. You're gonna need it in a minute. Or maybe you're able to take your left hand underneath your left thigh and bring it up towards your right hand for a full bind. Feel, stretch, be. And don't be afraid, it's just yoga. Inhale, exhale. Release slowly. Inhale, come back into your reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Feel your left glutes ignite. Exhale, come straight through into crescent lunge or low crescent. Inhale, high crescent, stretch up with the fingertips. Sit into chair. Good. Inhale, rise up, left leg rises. Exhale, sit into your figure four. We'll stretch this deeper later. Just feel the back of the left hip opening. Feel the stretch in the left glute. Pull your belly in, active in the left toes. One more breath in. One more exhale. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. And as you exhale, take your hands behind, bend through that right knee and find your crescent lunge airplane arms. As you inhale, find your diagonal crescent and then exhale, fly. So stay here, or perhaps you want to find warrior three. You stay here, perhaps you even are able to find your steeple grip. 3 more breaths dedicated to finding your edge, that place where fear meets strength. Find it, be in it, exhale, and then inhale, stretch up, find your house pose. Exhale, fierce angel. Good. Inhale, stretch towards the back of the mat. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale, stretch to the front. Exhale, fierce angel. Inhale to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, extended side angle. Now, do you want the whole half bind or the whole bind? Find what feels right to you. Find a comfortable spot for your gaze. It is uncomfortable, but that which makes us uncomfortable can also bring us clarity because we answer the right questions. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can have a break if you want it, or you can inhale, come into plank pose. Exhale, forward plank. Last one, I promise. This hold is gonna be a little bit longer. It's gonna be okay, I promise. Where's the place where fear can make you stronger? Up on your toes a little bit more. Allow that to bring more awareness to your core, to your center. Inhale, exhale. 3 breaths just dedicated to your strength. If you want to do some hip dips or some knee taps, it's up to you. Final inhale. Exhale, allow your right knees to come, or your knees to come down to the mat. Find yourself in boat. All right. So some people, boat can cause a little bit of cramping in the back. If that's you, modify as you need to. I'll offer a couple ideas. Take your thumbs, bring it Samastitihi into the center of your chest. Inhale. Exhale, sit back until you feel your glutes, your core automatically engaged. Maybe your glutes are engaged, I don't know. All right, from here, we rise our right leg up. If this is making your back cramp, keep your leg down. From here, we tap left hand to right foot. We tap, tap, exhale, exhale, tap, tap, exhale, exhale. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Grow that right leg long. Can you hold? Or maybe you can pulse, pulse, pulse. Exhale in the effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I know. Good. Take just a moment. Wiggle out any kinks. Then draw your hands back into your chest and come back. Good. Release that left leg and then touch right to left. Exhale. Exhale. Good. Are you pulling through the core? If it's causing cramping, put that left leg down. It's okay. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release that left leg. Pulse. Pulse. Exhale. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your left leg, bring that left foot in towards the mat, and then exhale, slowly come down to your back. Bring your legs up the wall, and we exhale, exhale. So legs up the wall, sit-ups until the end of the song. It's not far, I promise. Recruit from the top of the core all the way through the bottom of the core. Hold and breathe. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Oh, so good. Stretch through the fingertips. Stretch through the toes. Stretch, arch through the lower back to invite a little extra opening through your core, through your center. Inhale, fill up with breath. And then exhale, recruit from the core to bring the knees in towards your chest. We're gonna do the same little grounding exercise that we did earlier on as our warm-up. So take your hands, cactus them to the sides, inhale. And then exhale, move your knees over to the left. Stretch, open up. Maybe your drishti is up at the ceiling. Maybe it's over your right shoulder. What was the fear that you came in to today's practice with? Have you been able to let it go just a little bit? I oftentimes, the things that I am afraid of feel louder before a yoga class. And I leave with clarity because I know what's really bothering me has been worked through physically and mentally for the last hour. Inhale and then exhale, recruit for your core. Try not to use the leverage of your hands or any leverage in your arms, and then twist your knees over towards the right. So when we are afraid, it is okay. Have you used this practice so far today to open up rather than shut down? To ask yourself the questions for solutions, and instead to not let anger or resentment infiltrate your body. To feel fear is okay. To feel what Arjuna felt in his body and in his mind is okay. It's what we do with it that really matters. Bring your knees into your heart center and start to rock back and forth, horizontally and then vertically. Meet me in an easy seated pose at the top of your mat. You have options. So if you want to stretch your hips out a little bit more, we're about to do some extra hip engagement. You can move into frog pose. You can move into crow. I'm going to talk about hurdlers. So if you feel like you know hurdlers really well, you can do some crow here. If you wanted water and to just sit, great. Or if you would like to watch some hurdlers instruction, I have 2 levels that we're going to try on today. So I'll take you through a little flow. You don't have to worry about doing it right now. But from runner's lunge, if you remember that little mini push-up that we did earlier, I find my chaturanga arms. And there are a couple options for this. So the first is a chaturanga arm that actually goes in, and my left arm will be grazing over my left rib cage, and I actually use that leverage to push my arm into my rib cage a little bit. So it's not floating quite out here. I find that's too hard on my shoulders. Super, super awesome strong yogis can do it out to the side. I kind of can't. I have to keep them really tight. Otherwise, I get crabby in my shoulders. So I find my chaturanga arms. I push that knee into my shoulder, just like we practiced earlier. And then I roll my weight forward, drop my left arm into my left side body. And I'm really pulling from my left glute and through my core to hover that left toes off the mat. Or you can, perhaps it's easier to see it this way too. So do one way on the left side and one way on the right. You can do a split hurdlers. I've already talked about how tight my my hamstrings are. It won't be pretty, but you can come down back into our runner's lunge and then find our chaturanga bend in the hands. Now take your right arm and actually push it into your right side body if you need it. I find that works a little bit better. And then move your left foot in towards the center so that you have your shoulder underneath your calf muscle. So inhale, and then exhale, find your chaturanga arms for splits variety. Walk your weight forward, and you'll find that you are able to more readily hover that those right toes off the mat. Let's see how it goes, okay? Find yourself in downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift to hands. Exhale, feet meet hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up into chair pose. Good, stay here. Pull through the core, stretch through the fingertips. Now, can you keep this deep chair pose and then transfer all the way into your left leg and just kick that right leg out. Inhale, exhale, figure four. Now you have options here. If you want to get more into a stretch, you can take your block or just round over your heel. If we're going into toe stand, this is a great hip opener to get deeper into that pose. Or if you want to work more on a balancing challenge, you can take your right elbow and trace it down your shin and hook it into the arch of your right foot. Find what works for you. 3 more breaths exploring this edge. In 2 breaths, we'll try to rise up straight into your tree without our right foot coming down to the mat. Exhale out all your air, and as you inhale, see if you could recruit so much balance into that left leg that you can move straight into your tree. If you want to do a higher limb tree, you can move down, grab your right foot, push it into your left thigh. What I care about is never, never, never any weight onto your knee. So push so much into your left thigh that you are able to find stability enough to grow your branches. So I have a steeple grip on right now. It's probably kind of hard for you to tell. It's okay. You can stay here, or you can arc your branches just a little bit over to the right. Good. So yours should still be facing the same direction. I just sometimes have to move so you can see better. Move back up into center. Inhale, it's okay if that left ankle is burning. And then exhale, come down into low crescent lunge. Try to move with control. Inhale, and then exhale, toe heel your legs out. So we're gonna find which version of hurdlers works for you. I'll switch them. So on this side, I'll do the bent leg hurdlers. Inhale, fill up with breath, and then exhale, get into your chaturanga and allow your tricep on your left hand to be a shelf for your left leg. Roll your weight forward and then draw your right toes off the mat by pulling through the right glute. Good. Inhale, exhale. Couple breaths exploring your edge. Good. Come back to center, toe heel, your leg back in. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale. There's thunder in the background. It's kind of awesome. Come into a twist. We're only here for just a minute. Push so much into that right tricep that automatically your hands come a little bit closer to the center of your chest. Inhale, exhale, plant your palms on the mat. Step back into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift hands. Exhale, feet meet hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your chair pose. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, stretch out, kick out, transfer all the weight to the right foot, and then exhale, find a figure four. So what did you work on the first side? Do you want to get really deep into the hip to start to work on the kind of openness that welcomes in toe stand? Great. Maybe you arc over your leg, perhaps with the block, perhaps not. Or maybe you trace your left elbow along your left shin and hook it into your left, the arch of your left foot. Woo. Hold and breathe. 3 breaths. 2. 1, exhale out your air, and then inhale. Can you come straight into tree without touching your left foot down to the floor? Good. Inhale up. I have a steeple grip. Perhaps if you have that steeple grip, you sway your branches over to the left just a little bit, welcoming that oblique stretch and strength into that right side body. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. It's okay if your ankle's barking at you, mine is. Inhale, exhale, low lunge. Toe heel your foot out into your runner's lunge. So on this side now, I'll show you the split runners, even though it looks so terrible on me because I'm so tight. All right, so I bend, find chaturanga arms in just my right arm, and then I toe heel my foot back in so that my shoulder is underneath my calf muscle. I inhale, fill up with breath, and then exhale, find chaturanga arms, and then float that left back foot off the leg. Can you see how much I'm shaking from my hamstrings being too tight? Oh, it's hard. Oh, I like to show you things that I don't have down though. It's so much easier to see me struggle through something. It's hard. I'm afraid of not being perfect, but I try to use it to become stronger and better and more aware. Good. Inhale. Exhale, come back to your low lunge. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, find a twist on the opposite side. Push through the left tricep to bring your hands a little bit more towards heart center. Inhale. Exhale out your breath. Inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale, come back into plank pose, fill up with breath. Exhale, chest comes down to your mat. Hands at your sides. Inhale, find a cobra pose. Drive your toes so much into the mat that your neck automatically comes out. Your crown of your head is pushed forward. Inhale. Exhale, left ear to mat. Inhale, come back. Exhale, right ear to mat. Inhale, come back to center, and then try to bend through your knees and at the same time stretch back. Can you find the outer knife edge of your feet? Inhale, and then exhale, push into your feet to find floor bow. Breathe. B for 3. We let go in 2. Exhale, let go. Inhale, push through the palms. Exhale, sit into a child's pose. Stretch your arms out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, roll up. Allow your fingertips to touch the mat as you slowly stack vertebrae upon vertebrae. And then come over to your right hip. Sit on your right hip. Inhale. And then exhale. Sit on or lay down onto your back. From here, let's reverse our blood flow. You have options. You can do a simple legs up the wall pose. You could do supported legs up the wall pose, which is my favorite, by taking the block and placing it underneath your sacrum and then resting your sacrum on your block. You can do shoulder stand. You can do deaf man's pose. It's up to you. Just spend a couple minutes reversing, or seconds reversing that blood flow. Maybe here you can think a little bit about the strength you just created. I'm always a little afraid to anything that really opens up my hamstrings. And those splits, hurdlers, are super hard for me to do. I let that fear go and instead think of it as a teachable moment. A moment to show you vulnerability, to show you what I look like as I struggle through something. Maybe we can take that fear and place it on something that's not yoga. Loving your neighbor through difficulties, facing your fears on your health, worrying about your job, but looking at it as a time to find a solution instead of to find anger or resentment. Take the block from behind your sacrum if you have supported legs at the wall pose. Find when we're moving pose, take your right knee in towards your armpit, inhale, and then exhale, take that right knee over to the left. Breathe. Just one breath in. And then exhale everything back to center. When we're moving pose on the opposite side now, grow that right leg long, take that left knee in, inhale, and then exhale. Bring that left knee over to the right, keep that left shoulder planted on the mat. Inhale, exhale, back to center. If you need one other pose, maybe a happy baby, maybe a tiny ball, find it here. And I will leave you in Savasana. But before I do that, there is a very famous little green creature that says fear is the path to the dark side. I say it to be cheeky and a little goofy, but honestly, it's kind of true. How many times have we allowed our fear to say mean things, to give us a space to justify things that are not fair, that do not treat others in the way that we want to be treated ourselves? So how can you use your fear, the thing that you really are facing right now, to strengthen you instead of become a weakness? Wishing you peace until we see each other again. Namaste.